Guys, we are back for another one here. So we got some more information with regards to Simon Guobadia and Porsha Williams, and with regards to that court matter. Of course, y'all know Porsha won't leave the house, and Simon want her to leave. So I'm going to give y'all a quick little update on that. And also, I want to speak to a video that I did where it said that Porsha was fired. Let me clarify that because I've been seeing some of y'all comments saying I thought she was fired. So let me explain to y'all where I got that information from. Portia filed documents. In her documents that she filed what is it? An emergency petition. In her emergency petition, she said that she needs to be able to film in the home. She said if she's not able to film in the home, that she cannot be filmed. Now, this is what she said in documents that she filed. Now, what does that mean? It simply means when she signed up to do this contract with Bravo, one of the things that, she said, obviously, is that, she was married. They were going to be able to film her life, but that's not happening. Y'all know Simon filed the paperwork, restraining order on his property. He does not want any cameras in there. So Portia is pleading with the court saying, hey, I need to be able to film in the home because if I don't, I can't work. So that is where that came from. So, y'all, let's quickly jump into this new information with regards to Portia being in this man's house and him, frankly, wanting her to get out.
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes.
Guys, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. And if you are subscribed, make sure you enable your bell notification so you do not miss out on a video or when I go live. Okay, guys, so let's jump into this quickly. So, Porsha Williams, her ex, they're still married. Simon Guobadia is still fighting this motion that he wants Real Housewives of Atlanta's producers to reveal Portia's earnings. Now, I'm going to get into what this complaint states, but before I get into it, I want to kind of make sense of what I'm going to say just so everybody is following. The reason why he wants to get into Portia's income is because generally, if you're in a marriage and the person doesn't have an income, it would make sense that you would pay some of their expenses, if not for, some time to allow them to, be able to earn money. You guys get it. The same situation with him and Fallon. Fallon was not, I don't believe if she was working, maybe she had reduced hours. I'm not sure. But he did pay some expenses for Portia. I'm sorry, for Fallon. But in this situation, Simon is saying that Portia is now earning a wage. So she is working. So it would make sense that if she's working, that he would need to know what is she making because they're going through a divorce. So if he was going to agree to pay anything, he needed to know what her salary was, which is common practice in every divorce in America. If she didn't have income, this would not be a conversation. Simon is also stating that when they signed that prenuptial, one thing that they agreed to is that she wouldn't work. So obviously, if she didn't work, then he allowed her to stay in that property because no work, no income. But we all know it's a different circumstances right now. And she has signed on to the Real Housewives of Atlanta, in addition to other gigs and other opportunities that she's going to be taking with them. Hence, she has an income. Y'all, so let's get into this really, really quickly. So, Porsha Williams' estranged husband, Simon Guobadia, is fighting her motion to quash the subpoena for deposition and all communication with Real Housewives of Atlanta producers. So to quash something means to, be done with it. It won't move forward. Like it's canceled, it's deleted. So Portia does not want him and his attorney to take a deposition. So a deposition is like a sworn statement where the lawyer would sit down with the Real Housewives of Atlanta producers and ask them questions, but it would be considered a sworn testimony. It is taped and, it's like court, but it's not usually held in court, but it's just like a court proceeding. So let's get into what he is saying. So Porsha Williams' estranged husband, Simon Guobadia, is fighting her motion to quash the subpoena for a deposition and all communication with Real Housewives of Atlanta producers, including her contract and financial documents related to her return to Bravo. Now, these documents were obtained by Radar Online. So, Simon argued that the information is relevant to the prenuptial agreement war because Portia's finances has drastically changed since she's rejoined the series. Get it, guys? That's what I just stated. Because she has an income, although they had a prenup, this prenup was based on her not working. What is she doing now? She is working. Now, Porsha signed a huge overall scripted talent deal with NBC Universal Entertainment before um, filing for divorce. So she has an income. So this actually looks really crazy of Porsha to actually think that the man that she is married to is not going to ask for this information, but yet she wants him to give her his home and give her some kind of payout. This is clear indication that Porsha is just as dumb as the Underground Railroad Williams that she is, because none of this makes any sense. So what has happened is Porsha has actually demanded that the judge overrule Simon's request, and she's claiming that her job as a reality star has nothing to do with the prenup agreement. But that is, again, textbook crazy Porsha, because if you have an income, it does have something to do with the prenup, because the prenup was made based on your income at the time, which you said that you would not work because that is what you guys agreed to. So if you and a man that you married agreed that you wouldn't work, of course he would agree to give you money because you don't work. But in this particular situation, ma'am, you work. So why would you say that your income has nothing to do with the prenup? Y'all got to stop dealing with these dumb chicks because they got wigs, eyelashes, and all of this. Like, this girl has no brain, and it's highly irritating. So the information sought in the deposition subpoena issued to True Entertainment is relevant to the petitioner's claims for relief and the respondent's claim and defenses, he said in documents filed on Thursday. So what they are saying is her income is very relevant to her filing for divorce and what she is seeking as relief in the documents that she filed. It also is relevant to Simon's response because he wants to find out what is this lady's income. So Simon noted that since Porsha wants the prenup that they signed days before their November 2022 enforced, um, her request for relief alone puts the wife's income and financial status at issue, because in order for the court to determine the enforceability of the prenuptial agreement, what must the court do? The court must evaluate the wife's financial circumstances. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all. Porsha has no sense. And Simon is very smart. And honestly, you don't even have to be that smart to even figure this out. This nutcase really thinks that she can make all these demands and take all of this stuff from being married for 15 days, and he can't demand anything with regards to her income. Ma'am, you sitting up here looking like a fool with a wig on, because none of this makes any sense. None of it. So Simon made it clear that he seeks communications between True Entertainment, the production company behind Real Housewives of Atlanta, Portia's financial status, and whether her current financial status of earning multi-millions just a little over 12 months into the party's marriage would make enforcement of the prenuptial agreement fair. So Simon is simply saying, girl, you have money. We made this agreement because the agreement was that you wouldn't work, which he was being very liberal because the fact that she did not physically work did not mean that she did not have an income. She has the go naked hair thing, she does the sheets thing, she does the Amazon Live thing. All of these things are rendering her an income, okay? So, what Simon is saying, the only way for this court to comply with its duties under the law in determining the enforceability of the prenuptial agreement is to explore the finances and the income and the financial status of Portia Williams, who actually filed for divorce. Y'all, this is nothing to play with. And I told y'all, originally that Simon has a lot of stuff on Portia and it is going to come out. And listen, I'm gonna let y'all in on a little tea. So if it come out, y'all know that, hey, but I did mention this before. And I've been telling y'all, if y'all pay attention, I said Portia be messing with these men's. Now, honey, Simon allegedly has information on men's with an S that Portia done been messing with. So this is gonna be real messy, and she gonna be looking real crazy out here. Keep in mind that this exclusive deal that Portia has with NBC and Universal Entertainment that she signed, the scripted project and all of that, she signed that just days before she filed for divorce. Not only did she sign this, this was not the agreement that she had with her husband. Then, after signing it, what did she do? She publicly announced her return to the Real Housewives of Atlanta just days prior to doing what? Filing for divorce. She also publicly announced that she has entered into an overall scripted talent deal with NBC Universal Entertainment. It is very apparent that Portia's financial status and income has changed since the prenuptial agreement was executed in November 2022. Now, this is all coming from Simon and his lawyer. What's coming from Portia and her high paid attorney? Absolutely nothing. Because listen, y'all, this is all facts. All of the stuff that he's requesting is more than likely things that he's going to win because he entered into a prenuptial agreement with a woman that he married that they agreed that she would not work. This woman is working. So her asking for him to, stay in the house, girl, you have a house. And then let's get deeper into that. Even the situation with Portia's mother and her saying she gave a house to her mother. Do you guys understand? In order to give a house to someone, there is a procedure to be followed. So she would have to produce the paperwork for that because word on the street is she didn't give her mama nothing. She let her mother live there and possibly pay rent, which is not what she's saying, y'all. So this is not looking good with Portia on. She's losing in her marriage. She's losing with this, this Real Housewives of Atlanta. So she is just losing. And if I was her, I would just throw in a towel because word on the street is that Portia has been messing around with men's and that Simon has actually caught her. Now that's a whole nother video. I'm just giving y'all a little bit of tea. And he hasn't said everything, but it's so much information about this broad, about Portia that y'all just really don't know. Now, guys, I know that was a lot of information. I hope you followed everything and make sure you are subscribed to the channel. And also make sure you enable your bell notification so you do not miss out on a video or when I go live.